Welcome back to Anatomy Visions. Have you ever experienced that weird tingling sensation in your legs after sitting for too long? It feels exactly like 1,000 tiny needles piercing your skin, making it almost impossible to stand up or walk normally. This very common and uncomfortable physical phenomenon is medically known as paresthesia, a strange sensory condition we all experience sometimes. Scientists generally divide this peculiar condition into two distinct categories, depending entirely on the underlying causes and the overall duration. The first type is transient paresthesia, which is merely a temporary sensation that disappears quickly once you change your posture. This temporary tingling happens primarily because of sudden physical pressure applied directly onto your delicate nerves or your blood vessels. Now, you usually experience this temporary condition when you sit with crossed legs or sleep awkwardly on your arm all night. This specific temporary physical reaction will be the main focus of our detailed scientific exploration in this fascinating educational video. However, we must also mention the second type, known as chronic paresthesia, which lasts much longer and requires medical attention. Chronic paresthesia usually indicates underlying nerve damage or serious medical conditions, such as Lyme disease or severe vitamin deficiency issues. Let us shift our focus back to the temporary numbness you feel after sitting in a highly uncomfortable position today. When you sit cross-legged or maintain a cramped posture, you are unknowingly creating a massive physical burden on your body. You are placing a tremendous amount of direct pressure onto your hamstring muscles and other vital tissues in your legs. More importantly, this sustained physical pressure severely compresses the sciatic nerve, which is the largest and longest nerve inside you. Your nerves essentially act like complex communication cables, constantly transmitting critical electrical signals between your brain and your entire body. When compressed heavily, these nerve pathways become completely blocked, creating a massive biological traffic jam that stops all information flow. Because of this severe physical blockage, your brain suddenly stops receiving essential sensory updates from your compressed leg or arm. Additionally, this awkward posture compresses the surrounding blood vessels, severely restricting the natural flow of warm blood to those nerves. Without adequate blood circulation, your sensitive nerves are suddenly deprived of vital oxygen and essential glucose needed for normal functioning. And this sudden lack of oxygen and nutrients forces the nerve cells to temporarily shut down to survive the harsh conditions. This complete sensory shutdown is exactly why your leg feels entirely numb and completely dead like a heavy wooden block. Eventually, the extreme discomfort finally forces you to shift your body weight and change your terrible sitting posture right away. As soon as you uncross your legs, you immediately release that heavy physical pressure from your compressed nerves and vessels. Fresh blood instantly rushes back into the previously restricted areas, delivering a massive wave of life-saving oxygen and vital glucose. With their energy supply fully restored, your dormant nerve cells begin a rapid rebooting process, much like a restarting computer. However, this sudden biological reboot is not smooth at all. The nerves start firing electrical signals in a chaotic manner. A massive, disorganized flood of sensory information suddenly travels up your spinal cord and rushes directly into your confused brain. And your overwhelmed brain struggles to perfectly decode this sudden burst of chaotic electrical activity coming from your newly awakened leg. As a direct result, your brain interprets these erratic signals as a bizarre combination of tingling, burning, and prickly sensations. This fascinating neurological misinterpretation is exactly what creates that famous pins and needles feeling we absolutely despise, yet experience often. Sometimes, the sensation can even feel like a mild electric shock running rapidly up and down your entire lower limb. Thankfully, this highly uncomfortable prickly phase usually lasts for just a few minutes until the nerve pathways fully stabilize themselves. Once the neural communication network is completely restored and synchronized, your leg finally returns to its normal, fully functional state. Interestingly, scientists believe this intensely uncomfortable sensation actually serves a very important evolutionary purpose to protect our fragile human bodies. It acts as an effective biological warning system, forcing us to move before permanent tissue damage occurs from oxygen deprivation. Without this painful reminder, we might stay in dangerous positions for hours. potentially causing severe and irreversible damage to nerves. To easily prevent this annoying sensation, you should actively try to avoid sitting with your legs crossed for extended periods. Make it a healthy daily habit to stand up, stretch your muscles, and walk around briefly every single passing hour. Investing in ergonomic office chairs and maintaining a proper sitting posture can also significantly reduce unnecessary pressure on your nerves. If you ever notice this tingling sensation happening frequently without any obvious postural reasons, please consult a qualified medical professional. Remember that persistent numbness could be a subtle early warning sign of chronic paresthesia or other hidden underlying health conditions. So, the next time your foot falls completely asleep, remember it is just your nerves desperately crying out for oxygen. It is truly amazing how our complex bodies utilize pain and discomfort to constantly protect us from hidden physical dangers. We hope this detailed biological explanation helps you perfectly understand the fascinating science behind that annoying pins and needles feeling. Thank you for watching Anatomy Visions today. Please remember to subscribe for more amazing science videos. See you next time.